Explained this last week. My new obsession is at least having 1 cup of coffee a day so that I can really get to enjoy and see what I'm missing out on when it comes to the coffee flavors. Probably not, are they flavors? I don't know, John Johnson.
Yeah, they're flavors.
We're here with Rising Star Coffee Company.
Hi.
John Johnson is here. Good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
I know we normally have David here for these segments
Yes.
because he is a coffee master.
Right.
As we've explained, don't know much about coffee.
You're a new
and I think
convert.
there are people out there who might be like me, so we're trying to convert me.
Yes.
And you're gonna do that today, I think.
Yes.
Oh look, he's getting and converting me with a cup of black coffee.
Welcome to the family.
His eyes get really big.
Another customer.
So this is what I'm worried about. Okay,
Yeah.
you gave me black coffee.
Yes. Well, we do
do
have
you
some
normally,
cream.
if someone has never had coffee before, do you just hand them a cup of black coffee and say, you're
No,
gonna love this?
No, normally not. No,
Okay.
no. That would be like, if you're trying to get someone into craft cocktails and you're like,
Yes.
here's a shot of vodka. They're probably not gonna like it.
Okay.
So
All right.
I always tell people, like, when you're first starting out, I started out drinking iced mochas, which is
Sure.
a really great introduction to coffee because it's kind of like a milkshake that happens to have coffee in it.
Okay.
So it's
Sure.
really easy to drink. But like pretty much all hard drugs, you just start craving, you start craving the more pure stuff.
So eventually you're telling me I will start to crave the more pure stuff like
I think
this.
so. After a while, you just kind of, you have to make a leap and be like, all right, no more sugar, no more cream. That's kind of what I did. One day I was like.
It takes away the flavor of the coffee?
It does. Well,
obviously.
and as you
I'm
start
gonna just try this.
Try it, go for it.
Because I hear that your coffee is some of the best around town.
Oh,
so.
thank you. We just helped a high school open up a coffee shop and I gave high schoolers pure black coffee, so this probably won't be worse. What do you think?
You know what? Surprisingly,
Coffee-
it's not bad. It tastes
No.
really good. And if I think I
Yeah.
could get myself to this point, I would actually really like this. However, I'm not there yet.
Oh no.
I brought my own pack. I knew you didn't have sugar over here.
Splenda.
Should I not do it?
No, you can go for it.
All
Yeah,
right,
go
we'll
ahead.
So
There's
okay,
also cream if you want.
For those who are like me and we're just learning about all this,
Yeah.
what are the simple 101 basics when it comes to your coffee here?
Basics of coffee. So use coffee that's roasted locally and roasted fresh. So you want coffee that was roasted like 2 weeks ago or so. The older the coffee, if you find something in the grocery store, it could be like 2 or 3 months old. That's probably going to be kind of stale, and so coffee is always bitter. Good coffee is going to have like complexity and natural sweetness to it that offsets the bitterness and makes it fun to drink and interesting.
So that's how you know,
Yeah.
because it can be. I've tasted a couple, and that's why I don't
Yeah,
drink, because they're
right.
so bitter.
And that's the
just
thing,
don't even
as
wanna
you drink more
it.
coffee, you start to be able to discern those like nice sweeter flavors. And that's when you're like, all right, I don't want any sugar. I'll maybe just go with cream because I want to kind of taste what this coffee is all about.
We're gonna add the cream too, just because.
Yeah, but if you're using old coffee, all of those complexities are lost. So you want to use nice, fresh, locally roasted coffee.
All right, and again, because I don't know, are there expiration dates on bags, or how do you know
Yeah, so
if it's?
all of our coffee will have the date that it was roasted stamped on the bag. Of course, I grabbed one that doesn't have the date stamped on it because these are prop bags. But if you go to our shops, they'll all have the roast date on the bag, and that'll let you know when the coffee was actually roasted. So we have the really hardcore coffee freaks. They're coming in. They want like the freshest coffee. They want
Okay.
coffee that was roasted like a day ago.
And they come in with those big eyes like
They
you
come
have
in
before.
like
saying,
you'll see
"Give me
them
the
sorting
freshest."
through all of the bags on the shelf, like looking for the most recently
So
roasted.
did you bring with you different types of ways
We did.
to?
These are like different. So this is how the kids brew coffee. These are different craft coffee brewers.
Oh,
So-
there's craft coffee brewers now
Yeah.
too. Jeez.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Yeah, I should be wearing like a leather apron and have like a giant handlebar mustache when I talk about this. But this is a French press. This is a pour over, an AeroPress, which is a cool new method. Chemex. These are old methods of brewing coffee that make a really rich cup, make a really
How do you
flavorful
do it
cup.
with something like this then?
this
if you
is-
start with
Aptly
the
enough,
browse.
this is basically a syringe, and you pull this thing apart, you put a filter in here, you dump ground coffee in here, and then you press it through. And hot water, of course, I forgot about the water. And then you press it
Nice.
through. So it's kind of like a home espresso maker. This is actually what I use at home to make my coffee. So this is a
Interesting.
really fun method.
Where do you get something like that?
We sell these at our shops. They're
Okay.
about $30 with tax. They're pretty cheap. They're an American company. So yeah, this is a really nice way of making coffee. And this is actually the only way of making coffee that was invented in this, like in the last 100 years. All these other methods are really, really old. And I mean, a French press, you're basically just steeping coffee like you would steep tea. I love French presses because they make a really rich cup of coffee too. And you know, if you like to put cream and sugar in your coffee, French press is awesome because it's really thick, really kind of viscous, and it takes cream and sugar really well.
Well, so this is just obviously the first step. This is going to take me just like a regular college course. It's going to take some time to really get through all of this.
Yes.
We're just scratching the surface. So if you want to go down to Rising Star Coffee, down in the 5th Street arcades.
No, in the old arcade.
In the old
downtown,
arcades,
on
okay.
Superior. And we're on West 29th Street in Ohio City, and we're in Little Italy at the corner of Edge Hill and Murray Hill. And yeah, stop in
And they
any
will
of our
all
spots.
educate you, just like John has done for us today.
Yes, they'll talk your ear off. Unless you don't want them
But you're going to leave really happy, right? Cheers to you.
Yes,
Thanks
cheers.
for being here.
Yeah,
Let me have
thank
you back.
you.
We're going to learn more, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Still to come here on New Day Cleveland. We're locally grown products right here in the middle of Old Brooklyn. We're going to be back after this with more homegrown goods.